Hello everyone, this is teacher Ahmed Lajghami from the Palestinian schools in Doha, Qatar. Today I will explain to you Unit 7 Grammar for the 7th grade. Let's get started. Our lesson today, page 52, period 5, will be grammar about the using of already, just, and yet. Are you ready? Exercise 1, page 52. Read and think. Then underline these words. Just, already, and yet. So my students, first let's read the following sentences and think of them. After that we are going to underline just, already, and yet one by one. Are you ready? I've just made it. Noor has just thrown away Ghada's bag. Look here, I've just means now, exactly now. I've just made it. Noor has just thrown away Ghada's bag. Also here just means exactly now. 3. We've just finished studying. We now have finished our studying. 4. I've already thrown away the things from the table. I've already. Already means before this time. Next. They have already done it. That means they did it before this time. Already finished. Okay? Noor has already cut up the card box. Also here already means before this time. That means it is finished. Next. I haven't seen them yet. Yet means till now. I haven't seen them till this time. Noor hasn't been to Jerusalem yet. That means Noor didn't go to Jerusalem yet. Next. Have you finished yet? Have you finished? Are you still working or you have finished? This is a question. Next. Has he tidied up the kitchen yet? This is a question. That means has he finished or not yet? Okay. Let's now underline just, already, and yet. It is very easy. I've just made it. Noor has just thrown. We've just finished studying. I've already thrown away. I've already done. Noor has already. I haven't seen them yet. Noor hasn't been to Jerusalem yet. Have you finished yet? And finally, has he tidied up the kitchen yet? Is it clear, my students? Okay, let's move to the next slide. Let's have a look again at exercise 1, page 52. Look at these highlighted colors. Here we use just at the middle of the sentence. I've just made it, and the sentence is affirmative. The second one is also just came in the middle, and the sentence is affirmative. Do you see here not? Since there is no not, that means the sentence is affirmative. The third is also the same in the middle and it is affirmative. Look at the highlighted green color here also. I've already thrown, they've already done, Noor has already cut up. All of them are affirmative and already came where in the middle of the sentence. Let's move to the third set of sentences. I haven't seen them yet. Is this sentence negative or affirmative? It is clearly negative because we have not. Look here, Noor hasn't been. It is also negative. And where is the adverb yet? Yet came where? At the end of the sentence. So yet comes at the end of the sentence, and when the sentence is negative or what? Or question. Look here. Have you just finished? Yet here came at the end, and it is a question. Here also the same. Let's move to the next exercise. Now choose the correct words to complete the rules. I've already explained the rule here. Let's read the sentences and complete it choosing the correct words. We put just before or in the middle or after the verb when we use just, the verb is affirmative, negative, or a question. What do you think? I explained it here. Just come where? In the middle. And the sentence or the verb is what? It is affirmative. So the answer is in the middle and affirmative. Okay. 2. We put already before, in the middle, or after the verb. What do you notice here? When we use already, the verb is affirmative, negative, or a question. What do you think? Of course, it's affirmative, so it comes in the middle, and when the verb is affirmative. Next, we place the word already before the verb, in the middle of the verb, or at the end of the verb. What do you think? What do you think? What do you notice? And we use it when, yes, when we use it, the verb is affirmative or negative or a question. What do you think? Again, my students, we place the word yet before the verb, in the middle of the verb, or at the end of the sentence. Notice here, it is very clear. When we use yet, the verb is affirmative, negative, or a question. Of course, at the end of the sentence, here at the end of the sentence, and when the sentence is a question or negative. Again, my students, we place the word yet at the end of the sentence. When we use yet, the verb is negative or a question. Exercise 3, page 52. Match the sentences with the correct pictures. You've just learned that we use just and already in the middle of the verb when the verb is affirmative, and you learned also that we use yet with negative verbs and with the questions at the end of the sentence. Do you remember that? Okay, look at the pictures one by one, and you have to put the correct pictures letter at the end of the true sentence. Are you ready? Let's first read the sentences one by one. Number 1. She's already tidied up. She is already tidied up. 2. She has just tidied up. She has just tidied up. 3. She hasn't tidied up yet. Okay, I explained to you when do we use already, when do we use just, and finally when do we use it. I'll give you some time, then we will check the answers one by one. Finished? Okay. Number 1. She's already tied up. She's already tidied up. Picture C. Why? Because before that time, since some time, not now, since maybe 1 hour, half an hour, quarter an hour. Look here, she is relaxed and reading a book or a magazine. She has already tidied up. Number 2. She's just. Just means what? Now. Exact now. She's just tidied up. Which picture? Of course, B. Look at her. She's tired. She has just tidied up. Number 3. She hasn't tidied up. As I told you before, yet indicates a question or a negative. Okay, she hasn't tidied up where? Of course, picture A. Look here. She's looking around her room because everything is messy and she hasn't tidied up yet. Let's move to the next exercise. Exercise 4. Put the words in the correct order. Here you have 5 sentences with words not in the correct order. I'll read them with you one by one, then I'll give you some time to correct them, to order them. Are you ready? Okay, 1. My, yet, I, new, haven't, book, read. 2. Car, the, washed, have, yet, you. 3. Cake, cut, she's, up, already, the. 4. Some just have had juice. 5. Seen, his, her, ceramics, beautiful, already. Okay, I'll give you some time to order these sentences one by one. Okay, have you ready? Number 1. I haven't read my new book yet. Good. Number 2. Have you washed the car yet? 3. She is already cut up the cake, or she is already cut the cake up. 4. I've just had some juice. And finally 5. He is already seen her beautiful ceramics. Exercise 5, page 52. Write complete questions. In this question, in this exercise, you have to make 4 correct questions beginning with have you and using the verbs between the brackets. But you have to notice that whenever you make a question beginning with have, you should put the verb between the brackets in the past participle. And in any sentence, when you have the auxiliary verb have, the main verb after it must be in the past participle. For example, have you eaten? Have you drunk? Have you written? If you have the verb write, it will be written. If you have the verb do, it will be done after have. Okay, are you ready? By the way, this question has an open answer. You can fill it up as you like. I'll give you here a sample answer, but you can write whatever you want within the correct rules. Okay, let's read them one by one. 1. Have you see yet? 2. Have you be to yet? 3. Have you put away yet? 4. Have you visit yet? Notice here that we used yet to make the questions. Okay, number 1. Have you? The verb see must be what? Seen. Why? Because we have before it. So have you seen, etc. Let's see. Have you seen Ahmed yet? Have you seen Wafa yet? Have you seen your mother yet? As you like. 2. Have you be to yet? The verb be becomes been in the past participle. Have you been to Amman yet? To Cairo, to Baghdad, as you like. 3. Have you put? The verb put remains put in the past participle. Have you put away your books yet? Have you put away your books yet? Have you put away the dishes yet? Have you put away anything as you like? Okay. 4. Have you visit? What is the past participle from the verb visit? It is visited. Why? Because it is a regular verb. When you have a regular verb in the past participle, only put d or ed. If the verb ends with e, just put d. For example, complete, completed. But if the verb doesn't have e, put e then d. So have you visited Al-Aqsa Mosque yet? Clear, my students? Okay, let's move to the next part of our lesson. Exercise 6, work in pairs. Ask and answer the questions in activity 5. Okay, ask and answer them with your friend, with your brother, sister, whoever, to practice them. Then let's wrap up the lesson. Let's review the rule again. Grammar. Already, just, yet. We put already in the middle of the verb. Already and just comes where? In the middle of the verb. When we use already, the verb is affirmative, not negative, affirmative. We put just in the middle of the verb also. When we use just, the verb is also affirmative. Okay, let's move to yet. We put yet at the end of the sentence. When we use it, the verb is negative or a question. Thank you very much for watching the lesson. Teacher Ahmed Dajghami was with you. Good luck and see you soon in a new lesson.